2023 Season 2 patch series here for iRacing. There's not a whole lot, but we're going to go through anyway. Starting with simulation under race control. Fixed an issue where the leader during a rolling restart in a start zone could trigger a jump start black flag penalty on himself. That's pretty amazing. Alright, auto fuel. The auto fuel lap margin limits have been increased to plus or minus 10. A label has been added to the auto fuel box when there is not yet sufficient fuel data for it to work correctly. Auto fuel now appears in a disabled state during the cooldown, gridding, and outlap. Controls for auto fuel in the options menu have been renamed and are now functional. Some values for the auto fuel system have been added to the pit service section of the app INI file. Alright, so luckily you can turn this off. I went looking for this last week and it wasn't in the INI file, but now you can set this off. I also do this little tip and trick here for you. I do this for the quick repair or fast repair. You can have that set to not be enabled by default, and that way you never accidentally use your fast repair. The downside is if you wreck really hard, make sure it's checked before you get to your pit box. You're going to be stuck there for like maybe 30 minutes. But auto fuel, it's nice that this is on there. The auto fuel default enable setting is now used to enable disable auto fuel on pit exit. The pit macro auto fuel has been added, so you can toggle, invert, and clear. The auto fuel chat macros now support the use of negative values for adjustments. The auto fuel system is now available for the Gen 4 Cup car, and fixed an issue where auto fuel calculations were incorrect once the checkered flag had flown. For the new damage model, with the systemic new damage model changes released with the 2023 Season 2, many vehicles were in a place of unrealistically higher durability. This patch includes a variety of vehicle body panel adjustments that should generally weaken their strengths and make the cars much more realistic. This patch completes our post-Season 2 release assessment for realism and balance for new damage model cars that was identified in Patch 2. This should be were identified in Patch 2. And the vehicles affected by the changes are all GT1 and GT3 cars, the next-gen Cup cars, the BMW Hybrid V8 prototype, the Dallara P217 prototype, dirt sprint cars, winged and non-winged Formula Vs, the W12 F1 car, and the Porsche Mission R. Alright, for graphics. The upper limits for both CPU and GPU memory sliders in the graphics options have been increased to 32 gigabytes and 16 gigabytes, respectively. Controls fixed an issue with Game Input API for force feedback caused by a recent Microsoft Gaming Input update. So now we force the FFB device to always restart its FX every time they are updated. So if you have a Thrustmaster device, you should also update the wheel drivers to the latest versions. Under telemetry, a new variable push to talk has been added. So this variable is true when you hit the push to talk voice chat button. This does not mean that others can hear you, just that you attempted to send voice chat data to the server. The server still has the power to prioritize who is talking or apply restrictions on your voice chat. Alright, so for cars, for the GT4 cars, improved ABS system, faster response, and better control and performance. Class balance of performance has been adjusted slightly. Updated shift indicator light settings. For the Arca and Gen 4, auto fuel is available. For the Audi RS3 LMS, rear damping has been increased. For the BMW M4 GT4, aerodynamic balance has been shifted forward. For the McLaren 570S GT4, vehicle mass has been increased slightly. Same for the Mercedes AMG GT4. The Porsche Cayman GT4 engine torque has been increased slightly. And for the Ray FF1600, camber adjustment range has been updated. And then lastly here, onto tracks for Circuit of the Americas under the Grand Prix and West layouts. Standing start stall locations have been adjusted to better match the painted stalls on the track. For Sebring, fixed an issue where night lighting had some significantly brighter areas. And then for the Legacy Texas Oval, track surface parameters have been updated for improved multi-groove racing. So there is your patch. That's it for me. Bye.